So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Sure. Haha. I'm Maidi. I was born in Canada. I grew up in the United States,
Mhm.
and I'm a lifelong seeker. I've never felt like I belonged, no matter where I went.
Oh.
I was always like an outsider. It's never a part of, the society that I grew up in. It was always like something in me was uncomfortable in these environments that I was in until I was in my mid 20s, now 31
No,
years old. So I was always looking for, something else, something outside of the mainstream culture that everyone seemed to be a part of and comfortable with, and everyone seemed to accept it, but no one was happy.
Yeah.
And obviously, that seemed something was wrong with that to me, because why are we living this meaningless life? And so I was always looking for meaning, I was looking for purpose,
Ah.
and that led me to, seek different modes of life and other lifestyles, other environments that weren't, the traditional way of living. And so I was on the traditional path. I, went to school, went to university, worked, had a career, worked in jobs, and then eventually the tension and the discomfort in that, not being happy, not feeling fulfilled, suffering, it reached a boiling point where I had to leave it all. And even if I had nothing, which at times I had absolutely nothing, I set out to find a different way than I was brought up with, and that led me here.
Ah. Nice, nice. You always search for the meaning and the purpose.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because there was no meaning and purpose in the regular way of living. In that society, it's always serving some machine, some structure of society that is not, doesn't benefit you. You benefit it, and then you're just suffering for it. To maintain a way of life that doesn't fulfill you and doesn't make you happy.
So, how did you first hear about Life Yuan or the Thailand community?
I found it on Intentional Community website, and I was looking for different communities like this for a long time. Like I said, I was seeking new types of environments, new lifestyles, and that led me to finding intentional communities, eco villages, people who were living off grid, outside of society.
So you tried any other communities before you choose Life
I'd
Yuan?
visited a few communities before, visited a few places somewhat similar to this. This is the first one I found and stayed long term, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Yeah, nice. This question.
Yeah, nothing more about that last one you wanted to.
Last one.
Oh, how did I? Oh, yeah. And I was. More to that story. Um, and so about a year ago, I left home again, and to travel around. I was in Europe, and then I wanted to come to Asia for the first time in my life. I'd never been to East Asia. And my sister was in Thailand, and she told me about how great it was, so I wanted to come to Thailand. And I knew that there must be communities like this here, because it's just a more natural place, and many people like us are also, living around here. And I found this specific community on Intentional Community website when I was coming to Thailand. Before I even got to Thailand, I saw the page for Life Chenyan.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got here, I looked more into it and I got in contact, and that's that. I ended up here.
Yeah. What inspired you to come and join this community?
Mm. um, you could sense an immediate warmth, welcoming. There was an energy of, come on, it doesn't matter. Just bring yourself. I guess the way I communicated it helped you want to receive me as well.
Yeah,
So just a very open heart. I felt a warmth and a welcoming attitude, and it was just the flow led me here. There's a good energy, a good philosophy, a good attitude.
So, what makes you to become a member of Life Change? So first you experienced the life here,
Yeah,
and then you choose to become a member of Life Change.
right. Because the lifestyle is just so different, and I had never seen anything quite like it. I've seen similar things, but this was very unique. Very unique lifestyle that I wanted to try, and then I came as a guest, as a volunteer for 1 week.
Yes.
And I tried it out, and some parts of it were challenging, other parts were felt like home. I had a feeling of home, and even though there were parts that were challenging, like labor, like working the field, like
Yeah.
things that I wasn't used to, I felt like I could commit to it and follow through and make and at least try out the lifestyle long term, and just mostly just the feeling of home. And even though some things were hard, there was that feeling of being home and having a family that was just different than places I've been before, that would just accept me and receive me so warmly. Yeah.
You find the sense of belonging in this community.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I mean, everyone's happy here, so that's different.
Different.
Outside, you walk around, people aren't just happy, carefree, playful, childlike spirits. That's what you can find here. Is like stripping away of all the garbage that we got from society, and everyone is like enjoying themselves, like genuinely. Don't need
no need to worry about anything.
Exactly. There's no worries. It's just a simple way of being, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a part of it. Stick around.
So you've been living here for 4 or 5 months?
Yeah. 5 months now. Yeah.
5 months already. So how has your experience been living here for the past 5 months?
Well, I've gotten used to the more difficult parts of the lifestyle that initially
difficult.
Yeah. The physically demanding parts of it.
Yeah.
You get used to it and you adjust.
Yeah,
you adapt.
Yeah.
And my body has adapted to that. So at first, maybe first few months, it was very challenging, and then it becomes less challenging the more you do it and the less you complain.
Yeah, with the gardening job and construction job, especially. Yes.
Right. The agriculture and the permaculture and construction. Yeah, there's a lot of physically demanding tasks, but it's so you learn to enjoy them too.
Yeah.
You definitely start to enjoy them, and you're contributing to a place that you're part of. It's not like you're working for someone else. You're working for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's fulfilling in that way.
So now, do you think you have growth on the physical part. Have you already get through the challenge, you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. The tasks are much easier and not much of a challenge now.
Except the physical challenge, do you think you have any other face any other challenges here to uh, to be one with the community?
Yeah, there are some cultural differences, but they don't really matter so much. You know, language can be a barrier, and culture, but they don't matter so much. You know,
Yes,
when there's
many people they think we are in Thailand. They think maybe we most of us speak Thai. They
yeah,
think maybe difficult for them to join the community. Or someone they thought you guys speak Chinese every day. How can I communicate with you? Do you think it's difficult for you?
yeah. I mean, you can't always communicate with language, but you can always communicate with energy. You know, with vibes. With if you come with an open heart, then everything is understood. They don't need to necessarily know every detail or know what you're saying to understand you. So I feel understood and accepted, even though maybe not everyone understands me or knows me to every detail.
Yeah.
There's a shared understanding and a connection that you feel.
The connection with the heart, with the soul, is more important.
Yeah, it is more powerful than language. Yeah. And anyway, the things you communicate with language aren't so important.
Yeah.
Come and go, they change, but there's something, you know, that's real, that is shared and is always there, you know, that you can rely on.
So you also improved your Chinese
Learned a little bit of
a little bit.
Chinese, but it's yeah,
Okay, because you listened too much. Too much.
yeah. I didn't. Well, it's because of that I didn't feel so much pressure to learn Chinese. You know, I picked up a little bit, but it's
Actually, many members here they are trying to learn English, but they also want to communicate more with the other
yeah, with
English speakers.
it's an international family, so
Yeah.
English has become kind of the international language.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll see. You know, we're evolving spiritually to maybe not need language as much anymore, or you know, English, Chinese. Maybe that's not so important.
Okay. Language barrier, not a challenge for
Not
you.
so
Not a
important.
challenge.
No, not a big deal.
Okay.